Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how I blend metallic watercolors and a few things to keep in mind while doing it. So yeah, let's jump into the video. So these are the two colors we will be blending together, and I'll be showing you how you can blend handmade watercolors. If you're interested in these colors, they are available on my Etsy shop. The description has the link to it, you can check them out. Alright, so if you have been following me on my channel, you would have noticed I had a swatch and review on these set of paints. There are 3 different sets in that video. So for this set, these are some of the most cheapest ones I found on Amazon, and I also did a swatch test of those. So why I prefer handmade watercolors over these are that there are places where there is not enough pigment, or there's too much of water maybe in such places. It really gets faint and you can see the paper through it. So this is one thing I did not like much about these paints. So yeah, that's when I started experimenting and making my own paints. If you see here, you cannot really see where the water is too much or not, or if it's faint, or you can see the paper through it. So probably that is why a lot of people go for handmade colors. Take your handmade watercolors and some water with a dripper, with a water dripper. You can add around 2 to 5 drops of water into the paints. So here I have already added some water. I use these containers to store my paints. The ones available on my Etsy shop are in these tins, which also have a lid to it. Yeah. Okay, so I have added water, around 5 drops of water into this, and it is best if you let it stay for like 5 minutes before you start working over it. Like after 5 minutes, you may want to keep mixing the pigment really well. And not sure if you can see, but you can see the consistency of these paints over here. This is the amount of water you may need to add into your paints. You can still add more, but I will stop here. The good thing about using handmade paints is that you can add pretty much enough amount of water and your work will look really pigmented. So I'm doing the same with the Neptune blue here. I'll go around mixing. Right. So here again you can see how much water I have added, and now I'm going to test this out on this piece of paper. I will also test out the apple and see how it looks. So you can see how there's a lot of water added into it, and you may want to stay for 5 minutes and wait for it to dry to actually see the metallic effect. Usually it does not show up immediately. There were a lot of times I made mistakes. I kept going over and over it because I felt it looked like a regular watercolor paint, but later when it dried, it turned out to be really pretty and really beautiful. Okay, so it's kind of dried and you can see the metallic effect over it. Though we have added a lot of water, you can still see that it looks really pretty and saturated. One more mistake I made when I started off was I was using a water brush pen for the metallic paints, and it is a really bad idea. So there's a consistent flow of water that keeps coming out through it, and you do not have control of how much water you're adding in your paints. So it was a really bad idea to use water brush pens. And also, while lettering, we will tend to use paint brushes which have this really small tip. So either size 0 or size 2 is our usually go-to paintbrush, but the problem here would be that the brush cannot hold too much of paint, so you have to keep repeatedly taking it, and for metallic paints you need a lot of water, and this does not hold much water, so a no to this brush as well. But in my experience, the best one I felt was these liner brushes. This is a size 2 from Camlin, and they hold a lot of water and a lot of paint, and they are really easy to control. Yeah, it may not be as easy as this, but when you can hold a lot of water and paint, your blends will come really beautiful. And it's really hard to blend with this because there's not enough water and it gets really hard. Alright, so I just wanted to quickly mention this part because it's really important on which brush you use to apply your metallic paints. Alright, so I'll be showing you 2 different ways of blending your metallic watercolors. So this is one way where you use a lot of water. And the next color I'll take again with a lot of water in it. And then you help the color flow into each other by, just dabbing it in a little maybe. Usually the color flows in when there is a lot of water, but yes, I should have added some more water around here. So yeah, so this is the bleed technique, and the second way of blending will be, I am using this color over here. And if you notice, I have let it be a little saturated, and I leave a gap over here, and then I blend them in together like this in circular motions. You can add more and blend them again. The good thing about metallic colors is you can keep adding more color to it, and it will it doesn't create creases like your normal watercolor paints do. So that is one thing I really like about these metallics. Okay, so now we'll wait for it to dry and see how it looks. So here you can see how each color has bleeded into the other color, and it looks really abstract. And here we have a controlled blend where we blend only in this portion and don't let the colors run into each other. So these are 2 different ways you can blend your colors in. I decided to do this coat using these watercolors. So from here I will speed up the videos. Yeah, so the techniques that I showed you, in this I will be using the second technique where I have limited blends, and yeah, I'm not gonna let it run in through each other. But yeah, this is what I use in most of my lettering work. Okay, so let's see how it comes out. We may have to wait till it dries. This portion has dried, so you can see how beautiful these metallic colors look. And these are portions which still haven't dried, so yeah, you may have to wait to actually get the full metallic effect. So you can see that even if it has been a little watery, the paints have been pretty much saturated with water, still you can see the beautiful metallic effect over these. Alright, so I will quickly complete the entire coat. So here's the finished look. Yeah, you can see how beautifully the metallic paints have blended into each other, and yeah. I'll be posting this on my Instagram soon. So I hope you like this video and you learned something new when it comes to blending metallic paints and the tools you can use to blend them and 2 different ways of blending it. And yeah, so that's it from my end today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and do give me a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to my channel for more lettering content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day ahead.